Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. As always, I'm your host, LitecoinLeader. Today, we're going to do a little bit of math. Sorry, but it needs to be done. And talk about Bitcoin dominance, altcoin dominance, and maturity in the marketplace. So I've touched on this a little bit before, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth. One of my subscribers left a good comment, and I really wanted to pay homage to that and just say, hey, that's a great question. Let's talk about it. And let me make a video about it. Hopefully, this will answer some of your questions about Bitcoin dominance and the altcoin dominance, and why it's not necessarily a bad thing if Bitcoin starts to lose some dominance overall. So in one of my recent videos, I showed Bitcoin dominance and altcoins and how all the total market cap kind of fit together. What I wanted to do is kind of add some more color to that, explain that a little bit more in this video, hopefully to make people understand why I think that Bitcoin dominance is going to go down over time and why that's a good thing. So let's first start by looking at coin market cap, and I want to look at the top 20 coins. Let's start right at the top of the screen. We see right here we have a total market cap of $2.1-ish trillion, of which Bitcoin represents 40% of it. Bitcoin's kind of having a down day. It's down to 45.7. It'll probably be a different price by the time this airs, almost certainly. But for all intents and purposes, Bitcoin is 2/5 of the market at 40%. Ethereum is 1/5 or 19 or 20%. So Ethereum's half the size of Bitcoin right now. So if you scroll down beyond those first two, you see those numbers roll off quickly. Binance at 84, Cardano at 71, Doge at 64, and then Tether, I take that out of the equation because it's a stable coin. And the rest of the coins go below 50, then 40, then 20 billion quickly, all the way down into VeChain. So what I did was I did some math, and I looked at this, and I looked at what some future numbers are going to look like. But let's first look at just today to understand how this all pulls together. So let's start with the total crypto market cap. Okay, so these charts are a little hard to read in a vacuum. This is the total crypto market cap in volume. Just basically says we're at over 2 trillion, we're at 2.1, we've been at 2.4, but this is everything combined into one chart on a daily viewpoint. If I scroll down a little bit, you'll see this is the total market cap without Bitcoin. So you're taking Bitcoin off the top. This is all the altcoins combined together, the other 9,000 plus coins that are out there. It's a 1.2425 trillion. It's 60% of the crypto market. And then we get into the dominance, which is what we're going to unpack, and we're going to come back to a chart similar to this. And you can see Bitcoin at 40, Ethereum at 20, Ripple is 2 and change, the rest are all below 1. Tether shouldn't even be counted, but it's all there. And you can see in this chart, Bitcoin was living in the 60s and 70s for the longest time. Let's see if I can scroll down a little bit, get the year. Yeah, throughout all of 2020, 2021, 60 to 70 was the norm, and then it started to come down. So we need some historical perspective to this. See if we want to get worried about any of these numbers, see that Ethereum's coming up, and so on. So there's Ethereum and others. That's everything besides Ethereum and Bitcoin. So going to some of the more detailed charts. This is the monthly chart, which is interesting. Let me move this to a week. This is just of altcoins. So you can see altcoins are going up a lot. And this is an index chart. It's not quite, I mean, the numbers don't line up, but it just shows you that altcoins are going crazy this year, for more than triple in value. If I go to crypto market cap, we talked about that. This is the total market cap without Bitcoin. Here's your Bitcoin dominance chart. So the Bitcoin dominance chart, and this is on a monthly scale, excuse me. You can see down in 2018, what happened was Bitcoin hit its huge peak in 2017. Of course, Bitcoin was the king before 2017, over 90%. It started to come down because other coins like Ethereum and Litecoin were starting to catch up and eat away at some of its market share. And to the peak of that, where the bottom of the Bitcoin dominance, where it was roughly 35%, happened in March of 2018. That's where Bitcoin had gone up to its peak and then come back down. Well, altcoins are still going up. So when they crossed over one another, and that's going to be hard for me to demonstrate in the charts, but just altcoins kept going up for about 3 to 6 months in 2018, while Bitcoin started to come down from its $20,000 peak. So this gives you an idea that now we're at 40% now for Bitcoin dominance, and it's going to be pushing this number. Is that going to freak people out? And I'm here to tell you no, and here's why. Okay, first off, let's go over to the spreadsheet to try to unpack some of these numbers. Now, don't be too worried by all these numbers I put on here. Okay, we've got. I'm probably have to scroll a little to the right just to get all this. Oops. So yes, let's get rid of. Shrink that away. Almost there. Okay, you can see the numbers behind my head. Close enough. So I'll move the chart down just a smidge. Okay. So today, Bitcoin $860 billion, Ethereum 410, and here's the rest of the top 16. I took away USDC and Tether because those are stable coins. We don't care about those. So what I did was I added up, and now here's Bitcoin 860. And I added up the other 13. The other 13 added up to 857. They're about the same. But if you look at those numbers in proportion to the whole market of, remember I said it was 2.1 trillion. Go back to here, the total market cap, the crypto market cap, if I go to the top, 2.1-ish trillion. So in the spreadsheet, 2.1-ish trillion. How much do these coins, these top 15, 16 coins, add up to of the market? Well, Bitcoin is 40%. That was on the chart earlier. Ethereum is 19%, that's right. But if you add up these other 13, everything minus Bitcoin, Tether, and USDC on these top 16, it's 40%. It's about the same. So what I'm saying is the top 13 coins that are legit coins, not stable coins, and not Bitcoin, add up combined to about the size of Bitcoin. 40% Bitcoin, 40% of these 13 coins, and that's 80% of the whole market. Because it's so what we're looking at here. So what I wanted to do is I extrapolate this. I say, what happens in the future? Let's say Bitcoin goes up 2.5 times, but the other coins go up 5 times. They go up twice as fast. What will the numbers look like? Well, Bitcoin will go from 860 billion to over $2 trillion, which is fantastic. But Ethereum will be right on its heels at just a shade over 2 trillion. The rest of these coins are going to go up 5 times. So if you add all this up, Bitcoin is at the 2.1 trillion. The other coins are at 4.2 trillion. What that means is that if those same coins are roughly 80% in the marketplace, Bitcoin will be 27%, less than 27% dominance, the lowest we've ever seen. And the other 13 will be at 53% dominance, or roughly twice as large as Bitcoin between those 13 combined. So that's close to what they once called the flippening, where Ethereum was going to get bigger than Bitcoin. That's a good thing, because what we want is Bitcoin is the big dog in the yard, no question. But at some point in the future, there's going to be so many more coins, so many more projects, so much more growth in other projects as they mature. It's like when kids grow, right? A child moving from age 15 to 18 is not going to grow as much as a child that moves from age 5 to age 10. The altcoins are moving from ages 1 to 2 up to age 5, 8, and 10, whereas Bitcoin is getting into its teen years. It's done most of its growth. It's stabilizing, it's turning into adulthood, it's maturing, whereas the other coins are still growing at a rapid rate. So let me show this in a graph, okay? So here's the Bitcoin in the top 13 alts. This is where we're at today. Bitcoin, and this is the percentages are of the combined 14 coins. So Bitcoin is roughly equal to all the other coins, of the other top 13 coins. And another coin might have gotten in here by accident, we'll see, but close enough. Basically, Bitcoin equals half of equals the rest of them. So Bitcoin is nearly half, Ethereum's only 22%, and the other ones just kind of make up little bits and pieces to add up to roughly half of the other thing. So, but if all coins grow at a 5x rate and Bitcoin grows at a 2.5x rate, the context, Bitcoin would be at about somewhere between $100,000 and $150,000 a Bitcoin, but Ethereum would be like $8,000. Ethereum actually would be 5x, so it would be at $20,000. Litecoin would be $1,500 to $2,000, growing much larger. If that happens, this is what the chart will look like. Bitcoin shrinks its piece, the blue goes smaller, Ethereum's almost the same size, and all these other coins, Binance, Cardano, Dogecoin, all these other coins are going to start eating away at the total market share. So I will go back to the sheet one more time here, and what happens if Bitcoin goes up 5x, but the other altcoins in the top 13 go up 20x? Bitcoin dominance drops to 16% if it's still the same ratio of the top 13, 15 coins are 80% of the market. It could be a little bit different. It could be 90%, could be 70%, but let's just say 80% to keep the math simple. If I show that chart, the 20x for alts and 5x for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is only 20% of all this group of 14 coins. Ethereum has more than flipped it. It's nearly double the size of Bitcoin. And now you've got other coins that are starting to approach Bitcoin in half its size. Binance Coin is 8%, while Bitcoin is 20%. But what this is doing is this is creating more stability in the market because we're not all tied to how Bitcoin does. Bitcoin doesn't have to drive the entire market. Ethereum can drive the market now. Other alts can drive the market. Ethereum may shrink. Other coins that are competing with Ethereum, like Cardano, Polkadot, Zilliqa, other coins that are going to jump up in the top 20 will start to eat at this. Other coins may leave because in the 1 to 2% at the top. But for the most part, you're going to have a competition in the top 10 for market share. But the market share is going to be more evenly distributed than back when Bitcoin is 50% of the market, and Ethereum is about 25% of it, and the rest, everyone else is fighting for the table scraps. So when we get from a picture like this to a picture like this, we have more stability in the market because more of these projects represent a significant portion of the overall market share. So this is why I say when you go back to the crypto market cap dominance and you scroll down here and you look at the chart, like, well, Bitcoin is going to be dropping below 40%. Should we be concerned as these numbers come up? Ethereum will come up, Binance will come up, Cardano will come up. Should we be worried by that because we've got a chart? Where is that chart? There we go. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is coming down below 40%. Should we be concerned that Bitcoin is going to go below 30%? No, that's actually a maturity. It's kind of like it's an early market phenomenon. So think about like when cars started to come around. Ford was dominant, right? They were the big one, but then they started to be Chevy and then Dodge. All these different car companies would come out and they would balance out the market share rather than being 80% Ford and everything's Ford. Now we've got all these other cars that are competing against that. Same thing with computers. Same thing with Apple versus Microsoft. When you get big players and you get the competition in the marketplace and you get it distributed over 4 or 5 different market share owners, you get more stability in the marketplace because if you have 20 airlines that dominate the airline business, if one of them goes down or one of them has an issue, there's still 19 that can pick up the slack. Versus if there's only 3 airlines and that one of those 3 airlines is like over half the percent or half the market share, and that has an issue, that affects a ton of the market. So we want to lower the impact of each coin, including Bitcoin, to create more stability in the marketplace, spread out more evenly and distribute it a little bit more. And that will show more maturity in both the other projects and also the entire market. So there's my analysis of Bitcoin versus altcoin dominance. Some of the charts, some of the pie charts try to show how the top 15 coins could start to balance out if the altcoins are growing faster than Bitcoin. It's actually a sign of maturity for Bitcoin to slow down its dominance. That will also lower the volatility of its price. A lot of people are worried about the violent swings we would see in the Bitcoin price. It would swing from 40, 50% in a day. It used to happen with regularity. We're not seeing that as much because the price has gone up. Granted, the price changes are larger because the price is larger. But a $10,000 move in Bitcoin is only 20% now versus it would have been half back when it was 20,000. So as Bitcoin matures and it gets to be more stable and a little less volatile, the other altcoins are going to start growing and catching up. It's going to grow faster and faster, which will balance out the dominance around the top 15 to 20 projects. Bitcoin's dominance will go lower, but the overall stability of the entire ecosystem of crypto will balance out. And that will create more stability, create more confidence that overall in cryptocurrency that it's not, it's just going to be hugely volatile and unstable and all the FUD that they spread about the cryptocurrency market. That will start to subside because Bitcoin will be mature and it'll be more stable in its price, slowly growing over time, but certainly growing, whereas the altcoins are going to be growing faster. Hence why I'm talking about altcoins almost all the time. So plenty of information there today. I'm going to close the drawer on the bureau and I'll see you next time. Before you go, I just wanted to let you know some of the things that are going on at LitecoinLeader.com. First off, we have Altcoinopoly running from now until the end of July. That's the subscriber contest where you can enter in to win a trip to Myrtle Beach. All subscribers who fill out the complete board, all you have to do is watch the videos, write down the piece where it goes on the board, and submit that in August, and you'll be entered in for the drawing where a trip for up to 4 people can come on down to Myrtle Beach, spend the week, have dinner with me, enjoy a great vacation in the August-September timeline, and be part of the feature of probably a meetup that we're going to have centered around that experience. So that's part of what we're doing right now. Also, anyone who joins as a member to LitecoinLeader.com, you get access to all the extra special videos that we have over there, from strategy to how to build your own portfolio, not financial advice, of course, but also some extra coins that you have out there. And also for the unlimited level, you have full access to me for office hours each week. Now, for those of you who can't quite get to that point and you're not on your crypto journey at that level, it's okay. We also have some time out there. I have made some hours available for you can schedule a consultation with me. You'll find throughout the website, you can schedule a consultation with Litecoin Leader, various price points, various times. I try to make myself as available as possible. And if you're just getting started, I fully understand. We all start somewhere. We have the lowest tier available. There's also free content on YouTube. So there's plenty going on. One last thing, I almost forgot. For those of you who join at the second level up, the legacy level and higher, you get a free t-shirt and I'll mail it to you. And in addition, you get 25% off if you send in a photo of yourself around town. You get 25% off of a 1-month subscription if you're wearing a Litecoin Leader t-shirt. Just tell me what size you want and I'll make sure you get it. That's for the $50 level and up. And then lastly, if you make that same photo and you make it at a landmark, and I could tell where you're at. So I could say like, hey, you're at the St. Louis Arch, you're at the Toronto Space Needle, you're at the Golden Gate Bridge, something like that. So you're Manhattan, Times Square, fantastic. That's double. You get 25% off for 2 months. So come on over to LitecoinLeader.com. We get a ton going on. We have Discord, we have resources, we have articles, we have everything going on that you could possibly want for the altcoin space. Come on down, have some fun, and I'll see you over there.